Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of They're Not Dolls, found every Thursday night at 8:15 p.m. Rip into it! Amazon screwed me totally, but as a very good sponsor, we got Toy. And we have the very elusive Final Swing Spidey. I wanted to put this on the shelf, but now I can't because of this crease here. There's another one here, and then it seems like it was already just cut open. And so when you do this and you're mad and you get it like that, you just... It's under me.
How did it get underneath you?
And it's still intact.
Yay!
I love the colors. This is amazing.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Machu. Just, yeah, there you go.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the one and only Chatmigos. Welcome to another episode of They're Not Dolls. And also, be sure and go back Odious on Kickstarter now. Put in the search Odious and order yours today. You still have time. So you know we got to kick it tonight. We're going to do this one quick. Rip into it. In from Walmart is a very messed up package because we hate you, Walmart. Why are you sending these in a Ziploc baggie? Seriously, a Ziploc baggie. This is a collector's item. Now it is not a collector's item. You see this right here? You see how this is creased and folded and everywhere? It's not even able to go on the wall with all these other ones. It's just, look at, that's like, I'm not even that buff and that happened. Yeah, that was a lot.
It is the best one though.
It is. So his guns, his clips, rip into it. Go right now, Kickstarter, back Odious, do it, and there won't be no problems.
There won't be no
Amigos every
problem.
Thursday night.
There's nobody.
Hey guys, hello and what's up, and welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. We are on episode 148. It is October 15th. It is Spooky Fett month. Oh my God. We started early with this. Last week's show was amazing and everything that happened. If you didn't catch that, please go rewatch that episode. We've been playing certain clips from it. Everybody was sending me their own cuts and everything. We had madness go on. And the story that happened to me, man, wild. We got into some stuff last week as far as dreams. Somebody brought up the point they loved the year I was talking about dreams and what else, deja vu and like that. There was one certain crazy dream that I had thought I had brought up, and as we took a vote, nobody had known about it, and Corinne confirmed it was kind of way out there to tell, but we're going to tell it tonight. So, yes, welcome to the show. I am the one and only Fallen Fett. It's your host, Ernie. How are you? It's Wednesday once again. Thank you for choosing to be here tonight. There's lots and lots of things going on, but you're over here, and I greatly appreciate it. Or shout out to the replay crew. Hey, how are you? How's it going? Send the love. Yeah, I just had a bunch of stuff fall right now. That's great. Throw your comments down there. Everybody's been hitting me up with DMs with their stories as well too. Just like I asked, I'm getting some as we speak. I had some last week about a dream. I also have another story to share with you. So we're going to be getting into that. That's what we'll start off with. Again, it's October. Welcome to the show. We like to talk about the supernatural, anything from ghosts, aliens, spirits, skinwalkers, dreams, deja vu. Past episodes, go check them out. I'm not here to make fun of you. I fully believe it. Last week I was visited by something. We definitely think it was a spirit. I do like the answers that I got of a spirit. Basically, it was an older spirit, but in child form, knowing that I would talk to it that way. It was a crazy show. We had stuff fly off the walls. Multiple videos was sent to me. No, that wasn't my setup. Believe it if you do or not. Cheney was also up in here. We will do a special conspiracy episode. He loves when we talk about all that stuff. So do I, of course. His schedule is just a little off right now. So we'll do a special show sometime. We'll let you know. Of course, we'll promote it and everything. And we'll come on and do some Mandela stuff, other conspiracies that are out there. If there's other stuff that you wanted me to talk about, please hit me up and let me know. Then, like I said, full on, dude, send me your stories. What's happened to you, either where you've worked, you've seen spirits, you've been visited. This had to be a ghost. Hey, something weird happened to me. We're going to get into it. Hey, I had this dream. If you want to stay anonymous, by all means, you can. I won't let them know who sent this. If you do want me to say, we can do that too. So that's what we're going to do this week. We do got our number one moderator. Marcus is here as well too. We'll catch up for the week, see how everybody was. How's everybody in the chat? And yeah, we'll go from there. So how are you? It's another week. It was long here. It's a little cold this morning. I actually put on a light little hoodie this morning for work around 6:30, and yeah, and then I got hot again. This room still feels hot, so we're not there yet. I had to crank up the fan and everything in here, so we'll go from there. If you saw the beginning, new sponsor of the show, the Shirt Farm. Go check them out, shirtfarm.shop. They do drops weekly, and they number their stuff. Sometimes it's 0 to 100. That's all they make. What number are you going to get? Once they're gone, it is gone. It's all different types of artwork. Some of it based on theme parks, maybe childhood stuff, movies, Disney. So I saw them at one of Corinne's events that we were at. Started talking to the dudes. Had no clue about them. Great group of guys, and everybody's there. And this dude has a great vision. Really good on customer service. The stuff that he has coming out. My biggest thing for the big guys is being comfortable. And I'm very, very comfortable in all these shirts. He sent another one. I will show it right now. I got a Darkwing Duck. All the way back. Oh, yeah. Very comfortable. It's on the back, too. They're printed on front and back. All the way large, very loud. And I love them. You get complimented all day about them. Hey, where's that? Oh, my God. This one, we went to SeaWorld and did the horror nights there. And one of the scare actors had to stop me and was like, dude, that shirt is so fresh. And this was dude who was like full circus zombie. And he's like, man, these kids don't even know who Darkwing Duck is. And we were chatting for a little while about nostalgia stuff. But, the shirt starts the conversation. So go on over there, check out what they have on order right now. Use code FETT and receive 10% off your order. Don't forget to head on over as well to D Blake Makes. Put in your order and treat yourself. Use the Fallen Fett and receive 20% off your order. And then head on over to MOOCHER'S 3D Printing Lab. Get your stands, things to enhance your figure photography and all that you need over there with MOOCHER. We have a code coming soon. And yeah, don't forget to check out Hidden Temple Toys as well. They may have the figure that you need. Tell them the Fallen Fett sent you over. and say what's up to Ed and Mikey over there. That's it. Those are our sponsors for this week. That's what we got. I always like to run through, show the love for everybody. I got hit up by the homie as well. Mike will be visiting the channel. He wants to set up a show as well, and you guys know him as High School Creations, Wall XD. He will be coming on and sharing his next project. So we already have that scheduled in. Shout out to Mike. And yeah, we'll hit it up, you know, just showing the love to everybody. Don't forget, right after this is a Sarlacc Digest with all your Star Wars news. And then tomorrow night, another episode of They're Not Dolls as we go over more toy news, show our hauls and everything. And speaking of hauls, Arizona Toy Hunters Guild, Brick University, always keeping you informed of what's going on at RossCon 25. We have new believers, all right? We are true believers, but now we have new believers at RossCon as Wolverine 2-packs are dropping from Marvel Legends. We have deluxe figures as well from the the Hulkbuster is showing up. We have Mr. Fix-It is also out there. And the Wolverine 2-packs are the ones that were on fan channel exclusives for the anniversary. Sabretooth has not dropped yet, but I'm all over it once yeah, you know what, let's just go ahead and bring on Marcus to the show right now. We'll see if he caught that or what's going on. Dude, did you see that?
Yeah, I caught it on the replay. Well, not replay, but there's a slight delay on the stream, like 2 seconds, and I saw it.
So talking about the stands that holds everything, I do have him on a stand. He's just right here with my Marvel vs. Capcom display. And yeah, basically,
is it the same boy from last week?
Get on with it,
Same
bitch.
boy?
I don't know, because this is like tall. Like, well, I mean, the door was tall too, right? When that got yanked
unless
off.
like it's like
I don't know.
ghost kids, you know, standing on top of each other.
I don't know, man. But
I don't mean to invoke any disrespect towards the spirit, so I apologize.
That was wild. Yeah. Oh, geez. All right.
Wait, is this like one of the same figures that keeps on falling every single time, or is this?
Oh no, it's always different. This is different. Fei Long was at the front, and I had to move some stuff over. You know, new figures to the display. I wanted to check out the Chatmigos Apocalypse, and see some of that before I threw in my order for the made to order Apocalypse that was shown at New York Comic Con.
Oh, that one was sick.
So I busted out the Chatmigos Apocalypse, and I was seeing like, yeah, I do need this, but nothing else has been moved. Now I did see there was some other stuff that had been moved, like moved, and I was like, okay. But again, that's always stuff that I just see and I don't like acknowledge it, so we just go on, you know, right? So yeah, but yeah, man, Ross has been so crazy with everything going on. I see Doombot saying, "My Ross, I don't got shit." I know, man. I'm sorry. It's been the same for me too. I got lucky with the Wolverine and Psylocke 2-pack, the Rogue X-Men 2-pack with the Chicken Blue, and then
Destiny.
Yes. What else have I seen out there? Tons of Acolyte Jedi figures, which I told you guys to get and use those robes for your other Jedis, because they're cloth goods and they work very well for like Anakin and Obi-Wan, especially the new figures. There's 3-pack of droids that's hitting right now. Speaking of Black Series, it is crazy. Like I said, the legends that are out there right now, Marcus, is just wild. Now, there is one that was shown that I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, because like this was just released. Now it has price tags over and everything. So some people do go in there, take their brand new toys and say, "Oh, look what I found at Ross," right? And it's like, "Oh, ha ha ha. All right, move along, buddy." Well, the newest one that they were showing was the Mandarin, and who comes with that one?
The Extremist Iron Man, right?
Yes.
Is that's a Amazon exclusive, I thought.
Well, yeah, they get everything there. But hey, wasn't that new? Or yes, that's kind of old.
It's new. It's like I think last month or so.
See, I haven't seen anybody confirm that, so I was taking it as a joke, but it did have a price tag and everything, so I don't know. But I do want to put it out there. But like I said, the newest ones are Mr. Fix-It, the Wolverine, and is her name Yolandra, right?
Yeah.
That that 2-pack. I'm really hoping that the Mr. Fix-It in the white tuxedo shows up. And man, imagine if the Sabretooth one hits.
I need
that
one.
because that Sabretooth is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and grab for everybody that can.
If not
you know?
that, like if Mofex can make one, I know I say if Mofex every single time, but
Yeah.
like if they really can make one, it would be really cool.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, until then, this Hasbro one was really good in that 2-pack. I switched it right away. We had Cane's for lunch. Me and Saul actually went to Cane's to go get our spooky cups. It glows in the dark, so I'm hoping that when I wake up at 3 a.m., I see this glowing. So we'll have to see. But these came out today. Cane's is pricey. I've only had Cane's a couple times, but he's like, bro, I got to get the cup. We got to go. Come on. And I was like, all right. And so, yeah, we went, had some Cane's, and there it is. I had their sweet tea, which was good. But now I just threw some Coke in it, and that's it, because it's hot in this room. What else is going on? Yeah, so RosCon is like, I can't even keep up, of like everything that's dropping. It's so crazy, and then like that, it's so random what's hitting at all these different stores.
Right.
One of the homies picked me up the Sabine Wren helmet from Black Series. We still have not found the sabers out here yet. That's really like a weird drop for people who are saying that they're finding them, So I'm hoping soon. I was talking with Mikey, and I was like, bro, what I hope is that come November, there's just like tables full of stuff for everybody. And then like, we're just cool because we already got that. Like, I feel like this has all been early pushes, just a little bit. And then I think it's going to drop like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like Christmas, the holiday season is coming, so I wouldn't be surprised. Right.
And they've already started the Ross tables. So, where they put everything on the tables and everything like that.
We don't have Ross here, dude.
That's wild. Okay, so do you have Ollie's? Because as we were talking, I totally forgot about Ollie's. And so, like, I guess Ollie's had the Mr. Fix-It first. So,
I think the only thing close to Ross or an Ollie's that we have is just like Burlington. I think that's it. But I don't even go to Burlington.
Dude, Burlington hasn't started shit at all. Nothing. Yeah. Our Burlington is dead. You know what? We have a grip of... Okay, so at our Ross, we have a grip of statues.
Like McFarlane ones?
Anime statues.
Ah.
Like all anime. I don't know who makes these, but they're filled with statues.
Presto, I bet.
They're like... The boxes are all like this big. And there's like One Piece and Naruto and Dragon Ball and who else do I see a lot of? All different animes of all different statues. I don't know who makes those or what, but that's like over here. That's what mainly our store is filled up with. Our Burlington has like a grip of those helicopter figures. Have you seen those? It's like a remote control helicopter, and it'll have like Spider-Man holding the helicopter, like Inspector Gadget.
Oh yeah.
Like if Spider-Man said, "Go Gadget Copter," and then that's it. Like I've been a couple times.
One.
Huh?
I love the fairy one because there was a Vine or something from a couple years ago of like these kids, they got it for Christmas and it went into the fireplace.
Bro, that's classic. That's an 80s toy. Yeah. And they had it, and it's right into the fire. That was, I've seen that a couple times. That's hilarious. So yeah, man, happy hunting to everybody that's out there. If you want to trade stuff, hit me up and let me know. I'm getting extras just for that reason. If you need some help as well, message me. I got a full list for everybody. And the circle that we have is actually really good because everybody's been able to get a lot of stuff. So like I said, you've got to get out there though, and definitely hit it up and visit it and see what's going on. So
people
Yeah.
are correcting you for the. I can't even pronounce it. Uh,
What?
Naruto.
Oh, Naruto.
No
Naruto.
Ratu.
What did I say? Look at
I
it.
don't
And then
even
Johnny
know.
says no Ratu. And Janie says Naruto.
I think you said one of the words from like Army of
Naruto.
Darkness.
Naruto. Is it Naruto? Is that right? Does that
We need
sound right?
I was gonna say we need Adam, but he's gonna get it wrong. He pronounces Thanos like Thanos. Thanos.
Adam? Playing with myself,
Yeah.
Adam?
Yep.
Yeah, he came on the show and yelled at me for saying marrow as marrow. He was like, why didn't anybody
Yeah, no,
tell
you
him
got it wrong.
anything?
It's
got it
marrow,
wrong.
like bone marrow.
Yeah, see? Okay, so Sonic says it's Naruto. Naruto. I don't know. It's one of the animes. There you go. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into some stories, and people have sent in stuff. We're gonna read those, and then I will tell you about one of the craziest real dreams that I ever had. And as we go into it, if you were to watch past episodes, I dream crazy dreams. I have deja vu, really crazy. The scary part is I don't have it a lot anymore to where I used to have it a lot. But there was one scenario with a dream that kind of freaked me the fuck out. So yeah, we're gonna have to get into that one. I guess that's why I never talked about it. So yeah, people ask. It was a while now, so yeah, I'll definitely get into it. But we'll get into stories. But before we do that, we'll check in with the Federation. We'll see how things are. But Marcus, how was your week, man? I got to tell you, you made my day every day that I was having a really crappy day, and I'd rewatch our cut of the video. And when you just said, I need some milk, that was it. Like, that made my day.
I've been okay. I got something. This is not that important to show, but it makes me happy. I got a
What do we
body.
got?
I got it loose. It's a Mofex Venom. Yeah, it doesn't come with the
Nice.
head or hands, but I got it for a decent price. I'm not gonna say it, but I got it for a decent price.
What do you want to do with it? A custom? What?
Yeah, I thought about using it for like Black Manta, but I think it's a little bit too big. So I thought
Mhm.
about maybe using it for Wildcat or something.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
But it's the body specifically that you needed.
Mhm.
Have you tried any of the what do they call it? I can't remember. Yeah, the CT Toys version. What do they call that?
Yeah, I had a couple of the black suit Spider-Man, the knockoff Mofex ones. I love those a lot.
Uh-huh.
I used one for Robin, Tim Drake,
Oh,
and
okay.
I used 2 of them for a custom mini me, but that's still a work in progress. But there's the CT Daredevil and CT Batman. I've
Yes.
seen like a lot of there's this one person that I really that I've been following their work lately, Looper Customs, and they've been doing like kits for the CT Spider-Man, Daredevil, and they're making like a Flash kit where they like designed the Flash symbol and the other details, and it looks really cool.
Uh-huh. Okay. I just saw the Daredevil hit. I need to get that one. I do have the Batman, but I got to get the Daredevil one, and then, like you said, see what I can do with it and everything. But mess toys. Have you got any of the mess toys stuff yet?
No, mainly because like I'm not too fond. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not too fond. I'm not too familiar with Revoltech stuff. I think the style doesn't really appeal to me. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what would it be, because if I had to pick one just for the sake of picking one, I thought at first I wanted in terms of Revoltech, I wanted Supergirl, but I think she might be really tall, like a little too tall. And I also thought about like the Flash and Reverse Flash, because I don't really have a good one so far. But like I said, there is the style that doesn't really appeal to me. But there is this one company that I think they're making a Revoltech style body, but it has double joints on the elbows and knees. I think it's the same company that made the Quinn Lee figure. but I'm not entirely sure.
All right, I have to check out on my end. I did get the Toy Metaverse Boba Fett in, or what do they call him? Space whatever.
Is that the soft good one?
Yeah, Doombot's been sharing his with me. Doombot, I literally finally got it today. This Boba Fett, bro, was everywhere. From San Diego to LA to Vegas to San Bernardino and everything in between. I was just watching it go everywhere. I have no idea why it did that, but it was hilarious. But I finally got it, Doombot. I will have more time tomorrow to check it out. Late day at work today. Then I had to run in here and get everything done. I still have to convert more videos and upload videos. Riley's back, and so I can get her to start all the other videos that I have ready, and more hunt videos as well, like when security just likes to watch me in Ross. And I'm like, what am I going to do while I'm holding 5 figures? Am I going to stash them somewhere or something, or what? Yeah, let me lift up my shirt and it'll look like nothing.
Oh, dude, if you had Jinko pants and put them in each pant leg.
Okay, now that I could get it, but yeah, I don't know. Do my shants look like Jinko pants? I don't think
shants?
So. My Dickie, my short pants. That's what Riley and Evil Diva call them. Okay, because they said they're so long, they're not shorts, and they're too short to be pants. So they say, "Oh, you're wearing your shants."
Okay, yeah. Well, shants is one letter away from something abysmal, so let's take away the N.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that hasn't happened either, so yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. So we're good, man. What's going on with entertainment this week, dude? There's I saw the end of Peacemaker. Wow. That was wild. I did not see that coming. Such a great show. I fully believe that everybody should check that out. I think John Cena did a phenomenal job in it, and I really enjoyed this season. And the ending got me. I didn't know we were going to go there, but it was a great show. And then now that that's out of the way, I've also caught up on Carol and Daryl. Yes, I still watch Walking Dead. I didn't watch the other one with Negan and Maggie, but it's Daryl and Carol. I don't know. I still watch it for Daryl. They're in Spain in this one, so they're still keeping it up. It's pretty good. But I'm caught up there, and then now I need to start some of these new anime shows and get into that. So that's what I got going on. I have not seen Tron yet. I need to go to Tron.
Oh yeah, Tron Ares.
Maybe Friday morning. Wake up, popcorn and some cherry Coke, and go watch some Tron. I heard it was great.
I know you're probably gonna talk about this tomorrow with the Toymigos, but I just want to ask, what do you think about the Tron figures revealed at New York Comic Con?
So actually,
already,
yeah, it was at New York Comic Con. So actually, we got to dive into that. That was my pick last week, because there was a lot of brought up on the first day. So I know we still need to have some reveals. We had questions, and they were answered the next day. So the HasLab that you're talking about, if I had the money, absolutely, I'd be all in on that HasLab. Unfortunately, I don't have the money for the HasLab. I see their vision and what they're doing. I just have a lot of old Tron figures that people have done over the years like that already. Now, this is something totally different that Stevie and the team has actually done with the articulation and the face printing on those small figures. Right. I'm in love. I'm just not that huge of a Tron fan to, I'm going to drop, hundreds of dollars on this. I can't wait till it gets in. I hope that it gets funded, and I hope there is enough fans for it to go through. Now, seeing that we're getting 6-inch figures, God, I was so excited about that because one, they showed Legacy. So we saw Sam, Clue, Rinsler, and then Old Man Flynn, which is great. So he was in the black suit. Can we get a white version? You know, I was already spinning with, could that be a con exclusive? They also showed us the new Tron cycle there. So with that, our question was okay, do the figures fit? Now, what my answer was of being Hasbro is that, yeah, they fit pretty good on the G.I. Joe stuff. And, you know, they've done other vehicles, but mainly if you think of the G.I. Joe stuff they've done, they can. So if we're in the same wheelhouse and that was going, I was like, it should work. Next day, they had Sam on the cycle, on the light cycle, all in, dude. He was folded nice. It did not look awkward. I was in love with it. I'm excited about that. And I hope that that line can go far enough that then we can visit, you know, the first Tron, maybe get some characters from there. We could get Korra, maybe like in other ones, maybe we'll split, you know, waves. I just see it that we can actually do stuff, you know. I see it as much as maybe a Ghostbusters wave. You know, there wasn't too much for Ghostbusters because you can only make a certain amount and what they had, but it still came out. I think Tron, we can make a little bit more.
I mean, there's also like the animated show.
That's what I was going to say, even if we could visit the animated one. So, you know, we'll have to see there. Like I said, if I had the money, I would go in on that HasLab. I don't have that extra to be committed to a Tron HasLab like that, but I do want those 6-inch figures. You know, if I come across them and like that, you know, that's a different story. Yeah, go ahead and give me Clue and you know, just Sam come with the light cycle like that.
I think it was yesterday when the Chatmigos Assemble, they were talking about, either it was yesterday or it was last week, but they were talking about how it's something that you're not able to find in stores. Like it's a kind of like a pre-order only sort of thing, if that makes sense. Kind of like the X-Men 97 Sentinel, I guess.
Yeah. And you know, and this is my take on that. Absolutely. And that's always kind of what a HasLab is, but a HasLab is more over the top, right? I do love this made to order type of thing because we put in our order and then we have all this time to go ahead and come up with the funds. A HasLab or a Kickstarter, you only have so much time, and then you got to be like, yeah, I'm committed, and then you have to come up with those funds within a month, right? That's why I kind of wish that everything would switch to the made to order. You know, you're there, you can go ahead and lock in, but on the same terms of you're locking in, we are going to take this money 9 months from now. So you have that, right? Being there with a couple of weeks to, what am I going to do? Well, can I come up with those funds? Can I come up with those funds? Because yeah, not everybody can come up with funds that easy to drop the extra anywhere, what, from $400 to $600, right? Depending on what the HasLab is. If there was different ways to approach it, then yes. And I think it just works on what we're trying to put out there. You know, if this was a package deal and like that, like the Star Wars stuff of like some of the scenes that they did and they built that up, like I think that should have been a made to order and not so much as called a HasLab, you know. But hey, it's working for some and may not work for others. So and that, like I said, great figures and what they have. I just have so many old, smaller figures with this, but then at the same time, I don't have any of those old figures out at all, from the Diamond Select to Super 7 to anything, right? I don't have the room for it. So if I were to go on the HasLab, why if I'm not even putting these out, you know? So you got to really look at your collection sometimes and what's pulling at your heartstrings and what you want to order. So, you know, like I said, though, I hope it gets funded. I always hope for the best for everybody's Kickstarter or HasLab to go through, or the Mattel stuff, you know. Because there's fans out there who love it and want it.
I think, like, for me personally, I just really wish, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I was interested only in Sam Flynn because he was my favorite character from Tron Legacy. But I don't know, maybe I could track it down somehow, or I can make my own, or another company makes it. Either way, I feel like it's something where it's like, I don't want to force myself to get it just because it's the only representation that's out there right now. Yeah,
you gotta look at. I mean, that's case in point with these Mortal Kombat figures, the new ones from McFarlane. I love Mortal Kombat. God, everybody who loves Street Fighter is being so spoiled right now, from Storm Arena to Jada to now all these different companies who are dipping their toes in the Street Fighter figures, and it's wild. And I love Mortal Kombat in that way that I wish. So here I was, I bought the first wave, and when I ripped into that Scorpion, like, it's nice, but he's so out of sorts with everything right now sitting here on the shelf, you know, because it's a McFarlane and how I want him out. Like, I think my decision might be take back Katana and Liu Kang, and maybe I just get the ninjas. I just go straight Sub-Zero, Reptile, Smoke, Rain, you know, and do that.
I gotta show you something later. I saw it on Reddit, but someone made a custom of Liu Kang using the Jada Toys Fei Long body, and it looks really good.
Nice. Nice.
But
yeah, you have to send that to me.
Really quick before we get to the chat, I also want to show this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Jada Toys,
Yes.
Shaggy Rogers from their Scooby-Doo line. Yes, sir. What's up with that?
So I bought this hopefully with the intention of doing giveaway. I'm going to show this instead of my face. I want to do this with the intention of doing giveaway just as a thank you to the community for having me on here. But also,
well, I thank you, man. That's awesome.
The goal that I would like for us to have is to get us maybe 54 new subscribers by October 29th.
Okay.
And yeah, and
once we hit that number, then we'll do a giveaway for that.
Yep.
I like it. Let's hit that. So bring your friends on over. Let's get 20. How many more do we need?
Oh gosh, 54.
54 more subscribers on YouTube. Share, tell your friends, go hack your friend's account, your kids, your mom, your sister. Let's get to that number. And Marcus wants to give away the Jada Toys Scooby-Doo line of Shaggy Rogers. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a great figure and perfect for this month. So let's do that. All right. Anything else? Before we check in with the chat?
Yeah, let's check in with the chat.
All right, bro. We got Mark Roses here. What's up? Matt Logic has to be part of the replay crew. What's up, Matt? Joey's in the house. Hey, yo. What's up, Joe? Plastic Bubble. What's up, Primo? What's up, Plastic? Santo1414. Hello. What's up, man? How are you? Toy Rensu. What's up, nerd? Santo, how's your hunt been, man? Are you finding all the good stuff? Do you need something? Renzi's in the house. Made the craziest advertisement for the show today that I had to post it. Did you see that? This mother. Did you see what he made? You have to go to my stories. That was hilarious. Stormfire Blizzard, greeting salutations. I think I clicked on the wrong stepmother video. Let's see. Moocher's in the house. Good evening. Okay, so Moocher is way into horror. We all know this. So he has been hitting us up with your movies for the week as homework, what you should be watching to get in the mood for spooky season. So week 3 we are at, and he wants you to watch Monster House and Motel Hell and Hell House LLC. He threw in a third one there. You got it, Moocher. Did anybody watch his last week's recommendations? Let's see. Motel Hell, is that the one with the pig mask? It is. It's a good 80s horror, he says. Johnny's in the house. Let's go. What's up? What's up, Shelf Presence? Hey, Federation. Hey to yourself. Cheney's here. Toymigos. What's up? How are you? Did he say conspiracies? Oh, yeah. We got to get into the conspiracies. Nice. Always good to watch and cross off movies you haven't seen. That's what Moocher does. Yo, what up, Ernie in the Federation? What's up, Doombot? Thank you very much for sharing all your Boba Fett stuff with me. Like I said, I just got mine in. I'll show it tomorrow night on Toymigos, and then I'll hit you up and we'll see some of the mods that you did or what needs to be done. It's hot in there because of the spirits, Ernie. I know, and I hate that. I'm like, please just let it cool off. What's up, Kelly? Let's see. Mikey will be joining us tomorrow night. Awesome. Go check that out with the Toymigos tomorrow on another episode of They're Not Dolls. Darth Gutierrez, what's up, man? How are you? Rensu, Marcus, Doombot. Doombot says his Ross doesn't have shit. I know. The spirits ain't having it tonight, yo. Yeah, that was wild. Like thrown at my head. Let's see. Sonic's here. Hi, Ernie. Hi, Marcus. Hi, everyone. How's it going, Sonic? I think I have stuff to go over tonight. Let's see. Yes, Ernie, just DM'd you 2 ghost stories of mine. Perfect. I will put you in the rotation for tonight as we move along here. Dragonflies was a shit back in the day. Oh, yeah, that was one too. Oh, what's up? Rick Jones is also here. What's good, Rick? How are you? Let's see. Who else do we have? In a dream, my love. I hear it immediately as you type that. Oh, Obi-Wan Chingones. Orale. What's up, fool? How are you? Yes, you do have a strange and paranormal dreams. Yes. So, dude, Chingones, wait until you hear, and I thought I shared it, bro, but you know, Evil Diva was telling me that one hit kind of hard that I didn't. So I will tonight, and we'll get into it. Life is but a dream. Wait. What was that, Marcus? Bump those bootlegs. Ghost dreams are nightmares. I used to have those. Ghosts holding me down with ghost arms. Yeah, Joey came and talked about him having a dream of something holding him down as well. Let's see. Oh, Sonic was asking Cheney, is that a song, right? Yeah. Let's see. Wait, where's Yoko? Still away right now. I figure she'd be in here for spooky stories. Yeah, but make sure you always go over to her channel and catch up on all of those videos that she uploaded. Watch them, leave them on, and drop a comment over there because that's what helps on everyone's video as well for content. Joey said, the jorts? And Butcher said, Ernie is gangsta. Yeah, Rick did it for you. The Shats, is that what you're saying? Grumps is in the house. What's up, Grumps? Grumps is here now. So speaking of D-Generation Fett, we did have a PLE here, but it is October. I don't want to skip Spooky Fett, so I did ask the guys if they wanted to hop on beforehand, and we hit up 45 minutes real quick. But you know, it was just the one in Perth that happened. Monday Night Raw was only until the end. We're kind of at a okay, let's move on with our storyline. So we all took a vote, and so for wrestling updates for WWE and what's going on, we will be back next month after the next PLE, and we'll do that. So we'll catch up then, okay? Rick Jones. James Gunn is either fired or directing everything for the next 10 years of DC movies and TV. I enjoyed Peacemaker, more so the other characters, not so much Peacemaker himself. Tron is boring except the visual effects. Rick was the first one I've heard that hasn't liked it yet. I will still go check it out. Dude, I need at least 3 of the light cycles. I hope they make them in different colors. Yeah, so Marcus, we had mentioned that as well too. Like, is there going to be a light up gimmick in the light cycle, you know?
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, something, but I don't want it to get pricey because of the light gimmick. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. There were some ideas that we threw out on last week's show that were great. So we'll have to see. Rick says, I got those Super 7 Tron cycles. Not bad. I had some of those too. I got mine at Disney World. We were there a little bit after it had already opened. It was still under a year, but when you got off the ride, they actually had a Tron shop. I wanted everything, but I got some nostalgic stuff. Now I kick myself in the ass for not getting the disc or the jacket or the backpack, which is what I really should have went for, especially with the new movie out. Because now the price on those is bonkers. But I would hope that Disney re-releases them. We'll have to see. I haven't seen anybody post about it, so maybe not. We'll have to see. Nostalgia for the Tron video game. I hope they make the classic light cycles in 1/12 scale too. I'd buy all of them. Yeah, Duma, that like we were saying, that's what I hope too, because you know, some of that stuff I figure would sell, you know, pretty good. So we'll have to see. Rick Jones saying what's up to everybody. Doombot the same. Yes, Rick is agreeing that Shaggy is good. And saying I hope Jada Toys makes Looney Tunes someday. Jurassic Jesse's here. What's up, Jesser? How are you? saying what's up to the Federation. Obi-Wan says, FYI, I do appreciate when the Fallen Fett has his Toy Talk segment. Now with Marcus, it makes it even better. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Jester with the best archive figures of the week. I missed that one. I'll have to check those. Let's see. Hey, guys, what's up? I used to have the best archive figs, Rick Jones. I sold my collection a while back. I'm asleep. Let's see. I'm rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 for in the spirit of Halloween, as what happens in the show is on Halloween. Ernie needs to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, that is on my list as well. That's cool to know, though. That's a great rewatch. It's hard sometimes. Some of these shows don't have like stuff around Halloween, right? But you remember, like, you know, the campy TV shows, and it would, you know, like have your Halloween episode of something scary happening or a person switching, you know. So we'll have to see.
I used to love so when I was a kid, when I used to watch like Disney Channel, I remember That's So Raven. There was this one episode that scared the shit out of me. It was her and her friend going to the family farmhouse, and there would like be the scarecrow, and it was drawn in a very disturbing way, and the zoom-ins always freak me out too. But I always
Which one was this?
That's So Raven. With Raven.
I remember there was another scarecrow that kind of freaked me out. It kind of reminded me when you said that. I'll have to see. But yeah, like those episodes were pretty funny, right?
Yeah,
all the time of what went on, or they were having their Halloween party.
I love
they always did something.
I love the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. No, whoa, was it Sweet Life? Yeah, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They had a Halloween episode, and I really liked it.
I don't remember that one on the ship. So what happened?
Oh no,
people disappearing?
It wasn't on the ship. It was the original show. It was where it took place in the hotel.
First one. Oh, really? Okay, okay.
It was about like a floor that is, it was like a haunted or cursed floor, and they're not supposed to go there, but they do anyway, and then they encounter a ghost, and at first it was a prank, but then it was later revealed that the ghost actually was there.
And then you hear the music, dun dun dun. My man Sonic. It's all about iCarly, Marcus.
I love iCarly.
I love iCarly. iCarly was great.
Did you watch the reboot?
No, I did not.
It's so weird just hearing them like casually swear, but it's not like that serious though. It's just like, damn, you know, it's not like fuck, right?
Yeah, no, right. But still, it's still weird.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the stories that some of them were sent in. This first one I'll keep anonymous because I forgot to ask if they wanted me to say their name or not. Again, send me your stories of anything that's happened to you. We'll do this one, then we'll get into a dream, and then we'll do Sonic story. And then I'll let you know one of my craziest dream sequences that I've ever had. So this one was a good one. And I'm just going to read it right off for verbatim, okay? So this person sent in about something that happened to them. And there's lore behind it, which is great. So a few years back, I was out visiting my family's property in Winslow, Arizona. If you haven't been, it's a very small town that was well known for the Eagle song that they talk about in when their song Take It Easy. My family's property borders the Navajo reservation, and there are also Hopi in the same area. In the evening, it's so quiet, you struggle to find a sound. It hurts your ears. One night, me and my brother were talking, catching up on life on the front porch, and my brother takes a drag off his cigarette, and off in the darkness, we hear a low growl. Now, they were reminded of their story because we heard a growl one time, the Sarlacc Digest, at my house in the middle of the living room. So we heard a low growl. Both me and my brother look at each other and say, "Did you hear that?" And then we heard a scratching sound, nails on the asphalt, like a bull scratching back to charge. All of a sudden, this thing takes off running down the street, nail scratching faster and faster. The faint porch light was lighting up a small section of the roadway right in front of the house. And when this thing came into the light, it turns and looks at us with glowing eyes. And when it passed the house, the scratching sound stopped, and all we heard was footsteps walking away and the sound of laughter. My brother looks at me and says, without skipping a beat, Skinwalker. You see, my brother is in a relationship with a Hopi woman, and she had told him about skinwalkers, and they are summoned by other tribesmen to attack their enemies. And this one was on the hunt, and we needed to get in the house so not to be attacked by mistake. We took our conversation in the house, and after about an hour, my brother's girlfriend called and reported that a local Navajo man was attacked by a dog-like animal outside of his house and was almost killed. Local authorities blamed it on loose dogs that roam around the reservation. What? That is a full-on skinwalker right there, bro.
That ain't right.
Like, on the Indian reservation and everything, with, you know, the telling of what they do and why. That is crazy. Perfect story for Spooky Fett month. I love the detail and the descriptions. And this is all the time when I feel that it's sent like that, is how much it stuck with you, right? So that is crazy. That is a great one. The whole reason why I don't like to get into weird animals that I see, like, you know, sometimes they're stared at, especially like if I'm out a late night at work and say by chance a cat rolls up on us. No, like I just hate that, you know.
Yeah,
like I'm not trying to talk to it. I'm not going to look at it. Like, okay, go away. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, you would say like they have like that extra sense of like the spiritual realm and whatnot.
Yeah.
I kind of want a cat though, just because they're
that
cute.
is wild. Well, some cats are supposed to be protectors though as well too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Egyptians say.
Oh yeah, they worship them, didn't they?
Correct. And well, that's why you see them outside of their the pyramids, the temples, a lot of them protecting the tombs and like that. They were protectors for the spirit realm, for things crossing over or protecting you if you needed it.
Right.
I'm definitely allergic to cats though, so that ain't happening for me. I'll get into Sonic story so that this way then we can go into the dream ones that were there. So that was a great one. Like I said, I try and stick away from that. Skinwalkers do have different meanings and different interpretations what they are, but that of like an animal into a person walking was great. I remember when we saw the Jesse video, that we were saying Skinwalker right away just because of the
went
the
from
shape
orb
and the
to walking.
outline. Yes, like you could see shoulders, you could see. Oh, I might have to bring that video up again in another episode.
Just the visual of visual of like just a creature getting up on hind legs and then walking away and then laughing, just kind of like it's already sticking with me.
Yeah. So there used to be old videos back in the day of that happening. Of like, say it was a larger dog. Usually there are larger, like a Great Dane size, right? And then it goes behind a tree and then somebody's walking away. And this is old videos. Now what sucks is all these videos with AI and everything.
Right.
That's what it kind of looked like back in the day, the weirdness of AI. But I'm talking, these are like, you know, 1980s videos that weren't able to be done, of like a little girl being chased by this dog. And then all of a sudden, you know, a grandma comes out, says a few words, and it's a person who just comes out from the tree and walks away. Back out into the distance, you know. Like, to me, that's full on Skinwalker. Like, oh no, don't be doing that. Nowadays you have the people of the videos of where it's their animal, like say it was their dog at the door, but they're sitting with their dog on the couch and this dog is scratching to get in. Oh, you haven't seen those?
No, it kind of makes me think of like those like doppelganger stories out here about. Right, where it's like, for example, like my parent or my sibling just left the door, and then I see that same parent or sibling enter from the same place that they just left. No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you know what I mean, right?
Yes, that. Yeah, Renzi, a mimic.
Yeah.
And mimics will do the voice or do that. That freaks me out because I hear Corinne's voice a lot, and I'll answer, you know, and I'm just like, oh, what? What did you say? And then like she's full on with AirPods on and everything. What do you need? And I'm like, never mind. Okay. And I just leave it. Again, a lot of the stuff that happens, I don't acknowledge because I don't want to. You know, you're not supposed to sometimes, but yeah, mimic is
They
pretty
just make
bad.
it hard for you to ignore.
Well, like the TikToks that show it of lots of people freaking out now with mimics happening like in apartment buildings or them trying to open the door is weird. And like you're saying of when, you know, you've seen a mom leave and then somebody's there and then
like you see your mom again.
Yes, right, exactly. Walk by again, but she left through that front door 10 minutes ago, didn't come back in, but all of a sudden, you know, like what'd you need? And you run out there and it's she's not there, you know? Yeah, Doombot, I know you're not, but that's not my fault because I can't hear to begin with. It's very hard for me to hear. I have that constant ringing in my ears all the time. So I always have the fans on. I'm hot. You know, I use the fans for different reasons. So when I do hear it though, bro, it sounds just like Evil Diva. And that's why, like, I'm not looking at her, so I don't know that she has the AirPods on or anything. I'm literally, what do you need? And then I see it, and then, like you're saying, I just like, shit. So, yeah. I know, Rick, there's a lot, like I said, with AI nowadays and everything, but there's still some that, like I said, when I see certain things and I don't like it, I can kind of feel something. Some of these people too, the way of their reaction towards things, like you can see when these people are not, you know, and maybe trying for those views or whatever. And I don't get a lot of those. The pages that I follow seem pretty legit on some of the crazy shit that they show. So yeah, I get you. There's a lot of TikTok hoaxes out there because everybody feels like TikTok is the shit and it's there to get them totally viral, right? So they do they try to do it. What do you mean these people? The non-believers. That's who, Renzu. Yeah. So that was wild. That was a great Skinwalker story. However you interpret it. That was very, very crazy. So let me read the newest one. This is awesome from Sonic because Sonic has shared a lot in the past. And where he's worked and things happened. So I love to get into Sonic stuff. So that's the one we're going to go into next. Like I said, if you have anything that you want to share too, feel free, DM me and we'll get into it. Okay, so you know how some people are sensitive and they can sense like something is around them or like something must have happened here? Yes. I'm like that. But so this happened while I was working at Ralph's out in Pasadena. At that store, to go into the warehouse in the back, there's only one way in and out, and the restrooms are to the side. The men's restroom is closest to the warehouse doors, and down a small, narrow hallway is the female restroom. Typically, at any grocery store, they keep a discount rack around the restrooms. This store where I was had its discount rack in the narrow hallway between both restrooms. So every time that I passed the restrooms to go to the warehouse or out from it to the sales floor, something would get my attention to the side in that hallway. I always felt something is odd about it. I didn't say anything to my coworker at the store or ask any other store employee about it because I was still new to this store. I kept it to myself, and so weeks gone by as I was the only scheduled one to go to that store once a week, and every time it's that hallway that would get my attention. And then one day, I overhear some Ralph's employees talking about a anniversary about since that day that it happened. So I finally asked about what happened. And they said that many years ago in that same hallway, I hate it because I just got chills. A small, skinny customer was shopping. The customer decided to climb up the discount rack to see if there was anything on the top rack. The rack was semi-empty, still as the store has not filled it up yet. So by it being empty, the rack tipped over onto the customer. The rack crushed her neck and pinned her down. And by it being in a narrow hallway, it's hard to get off. The customer died there or later at the hospital, but since then, hauntings happen out of the severe trauma. I think that is what I've been sensing every time I pass by that hallway. Now, this is a story that happened recently at that Ralph store that I'm currently stationed at. I was cleaning the public restrooms using a high-pressure water mobile machine. And on the top of the machine, I have some supplies like rolls of toilet paper, bottles, hand soap, and seat covers for the toilets. I was in the women's restroom spraying it down, and when I stepped out into the small hallway, I saw a pack of seat covers on the floor. I picked it up and placed it back on the machine. I then went into the men's restroom, spraying it down more as it's dirtier because of the homeless. And I thought I heard a thud. I stepped out of the restroom and saw the same seat covers on the floor. I was like, okay, now someone had to do it on purpose, like smacked it off or pranking me or something, because some of the employees do mess with me by turning off the machine. Motherfuckers. But that time I didn't do anything or say anything as I thought it was a prank. Now, just days later, it happened again, but it only happened one time. A pack of seat covers was on the floor again, and I noted the time of when I stepped out of the restroom. It happened around 5 a.m., and there's a camera within range. I told and asked a store worker that I know who has access or knows how to use a camera system. We checked the cameras, and sure enough, I saw the seat cover pack just like hop off the machine. And a few seconds later, I come out of the restroom and look around and put it back onto the machine and continue to work. There was no one there but me. No store employee walked by. The water hose didn't bump it off. Nothing. It just hopped off. I told the store director about it and asked if he could make a copy of it for me. He didn't believe me. We checked the camera again, and he freaked out and walked away, denying it happened. That's Marcus. That's Marcus at the work saying, nope, I'm not giving you this. And unfortunately, I didn't get a copy of it. Dang, that sucks. But that's what's going to happen, especially, in old buildings like that and everything. Like, yeah. That was another great one. Sonic. Man, yeah, that one. Sonic's had stuff happen to him too, like some of us, always talk about and everything. That uneasy feeling, I hate it a lot. Where I don't acknowledge stuff, or I hurry through somewhere, or I make myself not look. The seeing stuff out of the corner of your eye, that's very bothersome when it happens a lot, reason I have motion lights. And yeah, sometimes it just happens. But I believe stuff does happen around trauma situations, and this is where a lot of spirits or other stories come from, right? So right. Yeah, that's wild, man. That's crazy. And yeah, I would always hate to have to go through that hallway as well. It's so funny because I used to work grocery too. So as you're describing this, like, I can totally see it. I know what you're describing. I can see the hallway. I know how small it is. I know the rack that you're talking about. I saw it and it kind of got to me. That's so weird. So weird. It happened in 2 different Ralph stores, just so everyone knows.
That's kind of
wild. That's great that you saw it on camera. Yeah. Well, it's like when that figure launched that way, last week. Like, okay, we have it on camera.
Not on there.
I didn't put it back. No.
Yeah.
I didn't want to till after October. Then I'll put it back up, and we can just leave it there. Remember how, I don't know if you remember, but you had said, did something else fall? Like you heard something or whatever? So that's like my Spidey door of the retro cards. So that was all Spidey figures. But on the side over there, I do have some McFarlane up. And on the ground were 2 McFarlane figures as well that were over there. So, yeah, something else did fall. I checked the lights after. Lights came right back on. So I don't know. I only have the main light tonight. I didn't want to put up the other ones that I always put up, just for that. And then it's funny because if you're in here later just joining us, then I got attacked by Fei Long and this got launched in my head as I was trying to tell the story. So, yeah. I did get questions of, oh, you set that up, you rigged something, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm very open about what I feel and what I can see and do. I don't like it. I don't like to partake in it or go further. Last week's story was the furthest that I've ever done something. That was, really crazy story last week. But yeah, so next we'll get into a dream one, and then I'll go through my dream one that, again, was a total freak out for me. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Am I missing anything, Marcus, from the chat of anybody sharing a story or saying?
Well, definitely people are frightened by the last couple stories, so that's good. We're scaring people.
Yeah, I'm not trying to scare. I'm trying to just share other people's stuff that has happened.
Rick Jones says ghosts love to knock figures. Stormfire Blizzard said that was lighthearted. They just really, really don't like those seat covers. Kind of like when the alien cutout in MIB was just sneezing. And Sonic Rockman X said, I have like 2 more stories that has happened at the current store that I'm at next week, Ernie.
Perfect. That's perfect, man. Yeah, I love it. Let's see. Jesse says, constant ringing in your head. That's what happens when you become an adult. Yeah, man, I don't know. Mine's pretty bad. I don't like it. Like I said, that's why I always have the fans on and stuff, just for reasons. On my end, when the ringing stops and it kind of, I don't know the best way to describe it. Like, it's almost as the ringing goes lower and lower. That's when I kind of feel like there's a presence.
Ooh.
Marcus, does that make sense? Like,
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it reminds me of so I've heard a couple of these stories about taking place in the forest and how sometimes when there's like a supernatural sort of event going on, everything just goes silent. Like there are no birds, no wind, no tree rustling, nothing.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
That just creeps me out so much.
It's it's kind of like that. So the ringing that I hear, my best way to describe it is like any type of ringing in the ear, but it is kind of louder where it's like a ee.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes like, again, when you kind of get used to something, you're used to it. Yes, I DJ'd for many years, always listen to my music loud. Riley and Evil Diva say that I'm deaf as all can be. And I hate, though, when I'm sitting there and I do feel that uneasiness feeling, that Rick and Sonic have talked about before. The ringing kind of goes just lower and lower and almost like as if somebody had a knob to turn it down and out. That's like the best way that I can describe it. And then I get that uneasy feeling. And it's like, okay, I'd rather the ringing come back type thing, So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, okay. So Sonic said this is 2 different stores. He will have more stories next week. That's great. Stormfire says that was lighthearted. They really, really don't like those seat covers. Kind of like when that's what you're saying. The alien cut out and MIB was just sneezing. Yeah, those were good. I love them. Okay, so the next one is to catch you guys up to speed. I have crazy dreams, always has as a child as well too, to go along with everything else. The biggest one that I put my dreams to is deja vu. And my favorite part of doing all of this was how many people messaged me and were saying, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. Somebody had actually shared some articles with me that I did read about a lot, that there was a name for it. And it's kind of a phenomenon, but there are other people that this happened to. And it's kind of like everybody was sharing their story to find an explanation. So to sum it up, I can get deja vu really bad. And when I do, everything turns black and white. I remember the dream or said deja vu that's happening, and I can see it happen in black and white, and then the color comes back. That is the best and easiest way for me to explain it. I have told my grandpa at one time to turn down into a car wash instead of continuing on the street. And then there was a car accident that happened, and not a bad car accident, but still a car accident that had happened. They're, you know, just scenes of my future life and things way into the future that will happen. And I was like, oh, there was so much that I had started writing them down at one time, you know, if I could remember. Because when this does happen, and what was funny is a lot of people agreed the same thing, is they always felt so weird, is because when it starts happening, then that other memory is trying to catch up with what's going on, and you start remembering everything right at that time. People do explain it as, well, it's just a shift. We keep doing this over and over and over again, right? I dream a lot about what I like to call other ERNIEs and their whole day, and I don't like it. And you know, my grandma taught me how to get out of dreams and what to do in that sense. But like, I can live a full day in another ERNIE dream, and it's bad. It's always bad. Something bad is going on that I have to get out of it. You know, my little brother was being chased by somebody in his dream. I heard him crying. I then, you know, went to sleep and had the same exact dream and told him that it was all okay. He was little, and then I remember when we woke up and he had told me, hey, thanks for saving me last night in a dream. And I was like, you know, I'm still young too. He's very young. You know, and then telling my grandma this sort of stuff is when, you know, she started teaching and telling me stuff at a young age all the time. That's why I was fully in. I even remember crazy trips with my grandma of somebody who you would probably call a witch doctor in certain areas. And those are like flash scenes to me. So yeah, very, very weird stuff with dreams. So if you have weird dreams or deja vu, tell me about your experience. But then people that I used to share that with, or who would know, were to ask me about dreams as well too. And yeah, I don't know if this pulls off because of what we talk about or whatever, but then like YOKO had a dream and we were talking about that. Remember, like, what could it be? And in that sense, I never ever wanted to get into answers, because all I had to do was talk to my grandma and she would explain it to me. So as far as me helping out others, if the kind of same thing happened to me, then I would help them. You know, I've talked to certain dudes at work. Some have been visited by relatives and like that, and I've tried to help them. One of our friends at work has actually gone to a very high medium, and I love just to go to lunch and hear those stories that has happened to him. Like, that is crazy. I do not want to be blessed with that type of thing, but man, like, he helps him out a lot, because in all his dreams, he keeps being visited. And so he wants answers, and they're like, yeah, you know, that type of thing. They're here with you now. But it's that type where they tell you something that only you two would know. So it's kind of like, okay, you're legit. And like, this person is straight booked up for like a good 7 months out in order to talk to somebody. So if you know of that, that's the best way. I don't have answers of dreams or anything like that, but somebody else did want to share a dream. If you happen to know answers to dreams or a good book, go ahead and share that, and we can let the Federation know as well. So this was a long one. I will sum it up because it was a long one, but this listener of the show wanted to share a really, really freaky dream that they had and was wondering why, because so much stuff happened to it, and then there's so much behind it as well. I was reading it and it was wild. So in this one, all of a sudden they were visited to their childhood home, which they haven't been to in years. Their family was there, from the father to the sister. Current girlfriend was there, and just lots and lots of weird things were happening at the home. It goes down to like almost, do you guys ever have those dreams to where you see your family, like you know that's your dad, but then like you can't talk to them, or you wonder, that's my dad, right? Like, because they're like too far away, but you do know. So that's already how the dream started. Then he was in his childhood room. Current girlfriend steps away to take a shower, falls asleep in that room, wakes up to screams coming from his sister's room, sees a cat, but only the glowing of the eyes of the cat, and then walks in and seems like this demon creature holding the cat and keeps on yelling, I fucking hate you, I fucking hate you. That is wild for an all dark shadow figure in a dream to be yelling that to you. Wants to save the cat and then sister. And then as it gets crazier and crazier, more wild, is taken out of the dream and stops, right? But now has all these thoughts of family and the old childhood home that he was a part of. Now this home is huge and very, very old. And so I take this as, yeah, it's definitely the house. And why it's calling to you right now, who knows why, you know? But said home was very, very old and had lots of people there before. We're talking like hundreds of years old. So much. The weird part was they found a basement, and the basement actually had a tunnel going from their basement down to the church that was like a block away. And they would play in the tunnel and to the church that would then be like the church's basement, right? I'm reading this like, again, like when you start describing stuff in old and like that, like I can visually see it, right? Like, oh, okay, what is happening here? Weird stuff going on in the home and like that. And I think that's just the history of the house and maybe what happened there. You know, the tunnel could be used for so much. Well, now, actually, he had sent more pictures and shown that the house is up for sale. And I just feel like on my end of reading everything that happened, the way that it was described, the fond memories that you have of the house, I kind of feel like if it was the house like reaching out to you, like, hey, you're supposed to be a part of this, right? Like, don't let it go. Maybe that's it, because there's other houses that have been destroyed down the street and rebuilt, so that's kind of lost, you know, maybe that uneasiness now. I mean, that's how I take it, is if you're getting dreams about the house and weird dreams like that, and remembering your family, and then you start going through and remembering all this stuff that happened. I don't know. I mean, I know that sounds weird. Like, what do you mean the house? But I think because of everything that's invoked in the house, everything that a house holds and is a part of, right? That house holds all the memories the same as the 100 of years that it's been there and the people that are part of it, you know, from a very bad time of days, you know, the world was such a different place. The world is such a different place now of who knows what could be going on. I mean, what if this house like was so connected to, this was the only okay family that was actually there, or the family that had lived there so long, you know, and now it's being sold off, that this house is feeling what this person wants to do, destroy the house and rebuild a new one and look at all this land, you know, kind of like a, hey, remember me type thing, you know? That's the only way that I could take it. Like I said, it was very long, and if this person wants to point out more of what it was, I loved reading it though and seeing that history, shared pictures and what there was. But the way that dream was I don't even know how to describe it, because that is very weird. It was very specific, right? Like I said, my dreams are very specific in the point of I know I'm not in the right place, and this is not my life. Like I cannot wait until I finally fall into the rich Ernie dream, because I ain't waking up. But I'll make sure that I still come back on YouTube and be like, I did it. I found it. There'll be one video out there that somebody will find, right? That's all it is. They're like, who's this fallen Fett? One video. Let's see what this is. That's all. I will admit that I finally did it, and I didn't trade back, and there it was. The only thing that I feel so weird is when I feel like I'm in a different version of myself, you know, that day or whatever, is that person doing the same fucking thing? Because like I feel like you have to switch, right? And doesn't want to switch. So yeah, that's really weird.
Imagine if like the rich Ernie like swaps with you, and then they realize how they realize I don't want to do this. I want to go back. And you're like
fighting
nope.
every day. Every day I gotta fight him down in the dream. I'm like, no, slamming doors and everything, and like this endless hallway of doors, and I'm always just slamming it. Bah, bah. Not today, sir. I'm not done yet. Yeah. Okay, let's head into the comments, and we'll go into that real quick. Let's see. Rick says nothing scares me. I've been in haunted places. Yeah, Rick has great stuff too. Ernie has the sixth sense. I don't like Jesse. You got to watch last week's episode, man, because that was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. And I update Marcus. So far today was the only day that I did not go by it again. I have gone by every day. That little boy is not there to the house. Because like I told you, it's on the corner and it's an acre property open with a regular fence. I've just been waiting to see this kid run around. No.
I still kind of want you to try to talk to the family or like the residents there. I know it's weird, but like
I'm telling you, we joked about that, dude, and I was like, no way, because like if that mom started losing it and crying, I don't know what I would do. I think at that point, then I would really freak out.
Yeah.
Rick says Winchester Mystery House is haunted. I work next door. I hated that place, Rick. I hated it. I'm so sorry that you worked next door to that. I can only imagine the things that went on there. Talk about a sick, gross feeling. That was horrible that Rich made me do that. And it was all for content. No. Oh, that was the worst ever. Columbia Hotel is haunted. I worked at the theater there. I can only imagine. In Columbia, California.
Ooh, we
what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we have
what?
I think in Massachusetts. So do you know the story of Lizzie Borden?
Sounds familiar. Which one's that one?
It was a murder case that happened long time ago. And Lizzie Borden, there's a nursery rhyme of I don't know the exact words, but it's like Lizzie Borden. The whole story is that she murdered her stepmother, her father, and I believe the maid. And like there's a whole like sort of mystique around it because people are still wondering, like, did she really do it? Did she not do it? And I think her house is still around in Massachusetts.
Ooh.
I'm not sure where in Massachusetts, but apparently it's like, I don't know if the right word is refurbished, but it's treated as like an inn or something like that. So like people can go there, can like rent a room or like stay for a night, things like that, eat there for breakfast or dinner. And I believe that there are some spooky things that happen there, but I'm not entirely sure. It just made me think of it.
At the home still?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Both spots famously haunted. You can research it. Cheney says, Bernie sounds like Donnie Darko talking to the psychiatrist right now. Never saw that movie. Too much for me. Everybody who worked there experienced paranormal. What?
Next week, If not today, maybe next week. I did some research on an urban legend. I know we talked about urban legends,
Sweet.
wanting
Yes.
to talk about urban legends
Yeah.
last week, but my research is just need a little bit more polishing. If we could do
Okay.
whether we do it today or probably next week, whatever
I'm
you're
going to
cool
go
with.
into my craziest dream that I've ever had, and then we will do urban legends and deities in that next week, right? Or what are they called? What are the creatures called?
Cryptids.
Cryptids. We'll do that next week. So if there's a certain one that you want to talk about, then send it in.
Got you.
This way we can, get the chat's perspective on it too. Dreams are wild. The last couple of months, I've been remembering my dreams almost vividly every night. Sorry. Have you ever been in a dream, Ernie, and then realized that you're in a dream and force yourself to wake up? Yes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I can do that very easy. There's a couple things that I have to do because I hate it. Sometimes it takes a while, and I feel like I'm being tricked for some reason. But yes, absolutely. I just like working amongst ghosts. Another place had a huge explosion accident in the Rick, why are you like at all these places, bro?
I need to
That
hear
is
the story of this one.
wild. Yeah. Jesse, hate is a strong word. Right. That's why he sent it in saying that it was this black, very shadowy, wrong looking type of thing that was screaming that. So, yeah, I agree with you. Hate is a very strong word. So why? Why was that entity yelling that and saying that in a dream, no less? Stormfire says, I went to a medium once. Total quack. I do believe in mediums, just not that one. Yeah, you have to watch what and research what have they done. Talk to the people there. The Rich Bernie verse would have a horrible caveat. Yeah, dude, it's that basement was the kitchen. I never went there. You could feel the ghosts hanging around. It just felt gross. Too much to eat. Always ate outside. Yeah. See, and that's the feelings that we talk about when you feel something. And I hate it. I was just coming up with an excuse again, because, after everything that my grandma said to me and what I've learned, like, it's kind of like I don't want to acknowledge it. Why my partner was so mad when I was talking to that kid, because then, talking to him and finding out, he grew up with a Mexican grandmother too. He knows all the rules. You're not supposed to do that. And was legit like mad at me, like, bro, why? Like, he even felt something about the child. So the two of us, who knows what that did? Maybe the two of us being together there was the perfect combination. I don't talk about this with other people. Other people have heard my shows that I don't even know listen at work, and then we're asking me things, and then conversations start.
This kind of reminds me of a story that I heard recently about a trucker. And this is like common story between like amongst truckers or like even taxi drivers, where they would pick up a hitchhiker in the middle of nowhere or even like within the city, like within city limits, and they drive them to whatever destination that they
Correct.
request.
Yeah.
And this one specific story I heard with the truck driver, apparently he had a camera in his truck, and his boss asked him about it, and then they both reviewed the footage, and the passenger that was the hitchhiker that was in the cab wasn't actually there. Instead, they just saw the door open
Yes.
in the video.
Yeah. So the one that I went on a couple days ago was that security footage. The same thing like you're talking about. But, I walk away, I go to the bathroom, and I come back and I see a TV screen and you're just talking to somebody, moving a chair, doing gestures. And then I'm like, who the hell were you talking to? And they're like, what do you mean? That lady who, and then we show them the camera. Just like Sonic saying of wanting the video from the camera of, seeing it hop off of the machine. Like, yeah.
Right.
Renzi says, what?
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, didn't you share a video of like at a hospital, like a security guard giving balloons to two children?
Yes.
I think you
And
showed
nobody
that
was
to
there?
us before. Yeah.
Yeah. I shared that one. That one because one, I feel very weird watching it.
Mhm.
Two is I always look at the demeanor of other people He is very natural. Like Rick said, you know, there's so much fake stuff out there now, but that is one. It was a hospital to top it off. He was a security guard at a hospital. And then the end of it, where that string, if you watch the string, is moving as if a child was holding it, right? And then, you know, the guy comes in, sweet kids. What fucking kids? Like, you know, what are you talking about? Yeah. Do you think if you were to meet your multiverse self, you guys would be skeptical of each other? No, I don't. No.
Mine would be so disappointed in me.
See, and I was gonna go to jealousy immediately. I'm like, where do you live?
No.
Did you get promoted? What do you have? where are you at? I swear to God. I'd be like,
oh no.
Oh, man. You know, and it's like this, like, you see things all weird. Yeah. Like, both of us, an important thing is like, oh, all right, good. I'm the better one. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah. Swear to God. Let's see. I saw that movie. Christina Ricci, Lizzie Borden used an axe. Which one? Obi-Wan Chigona says this. The idea of Rich Ernie out of there is not too far-fetched. Yeah. Simulation theory is being proven more and more by big name scientists. Out-of-body experiences or remote viewing is part of it all. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, it's a real thing, and I'm telling you, as soon as I find Rich Ernie, I wake up in that big ass bed and palm trees outside and shit. Yeah, all day just walking around. Anybody have a Red Bull? I am not going back to sleep. Yeah. Arthritis is in the house. Millennial Cheech and Chong. Us? Is that me and Marcus? That's cool. I'm down with that.
I didn't even see that comment. I'm just so
Obi-Wan's definitely simulation world. Rick shares that. And ghosts are glitches in the simulation. I mean, if you didn't know, like you guys just look alike. Then you guys talk. And you think you'd be like, this is a prank.
This makes me think of like the vigilante from Peacemaker.
Yeah. When he went on, and then remember he's like, so Peacemaker's best friend. No. What? See, there'd always be that point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chingona is, dude, like, yeah, that gets really, the simulation stuff gets really wild to me, conspiracy wise. And Machu, if those black vehicles show up in front of your house again, I apologize. Simulation theory, some of it's really, really crazy if you start deep diving into it, and the examples that they have to back it up, and then, you know, like Rick saying, you know, well, that's the glitches are your explanations for ghosts. Yeah. So with that being said, going to your question of finding yourself, a very huge simulation theory is...
I see Torensu's comment. I'm sorry.
God damn it, Rensu. Always trying to get me in trouble. My thing on simulation one that's going on right now, that was a thing on TikTok. And I don't know how you feel about this, Rick or Sonic or anybody, Jess, or anybody who gets into all of these conspiracy theory stuff as well. When you start seeing something that people are doing and it gets taken off of, say, Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, to me, that kind of means something. Like, if there's all this bullshit out there of like a ghost story, or, hey, look it, I saw this UFO or alien, and sometimes you do question it, or, hey, I did this, but then something starts happening where people are doing a certain thing and it gets taken down. That's like, to me, is like a big green light as far as, ooh, I have to find videos on this right now. Like, what is going on? What it's talking about. So one of the simulation theories out there that somebody was trying to prove is, yeah, we are, and there is your doppelganger here, your lookalike, just copied in a different version. So then people on TikTok started asking on TikTok, do you know somebody who looks like me? Hi, my name is Ernie. I go by the Fallen Fett. I'm in SoCal. There's somebody out there like me. Like, you know, they talked about it on Tffc, the last decon. There was the other Ernie that was there. They sent me pictures of it too, and I was like, holy shit, when did I go? Like, you know, this guy wasn't dead on, but still. My uncle straight yelled at me one time.
Oh, I remember this one.
Not talking to him or anything. And I'm like, I wasn't there. What are you talking about? And he's like, you are, yes, you were. You wouldn't say shit to me. Like, he was mad. And so he was so mad, I had to go with it and just apologize. And basically, again, my grandma was the one who pulled me out. And she said, was this here? Because then hers was a mimic thing. And I was like, no, he was in a whole nother state. And then she just looked at me and was like, okay. And that was it. And so I apologized to my uncle, like, okay, I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you. You know, like, what the hell?
I don't remember that part of the story. I definitely remember.
No, because I never finished it.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning it because, like, everyone was making fun of you because you said he came in your face. And then you got so mad at all of us.
See? Well, then that's why I didn't finish it. So, yeah.
And
so
also,
people on TikTok were starting to ask for themselves, and some people were showing up, dude. Like, okay, look. And then they would start saying, let me see your family. And some of these families looked very, very similar to where, yeah, maybe just something written in code was a little off, right? Like, yeah, it was very, very weird. Very, very weird. Doing the same stuff and everything. So, I don't know. That gets kind of creepy out there. Yeah, Cheney's like, dude, we already found him. Telling you guys, they found the other Ernie, dude. Like, yeah.
I really want us to find Mandela Manny somehow. I really
That's who it was, Mandela Manny. Yeah.
We love Mandela Manny in here, in this house.
Cheney says Bernie wakes up in a huge bed, runs his hands through a full head of hair, looks down and see his full-blown six-pack. Bro, I would never
and he's like
be back.
Too.
Yeah, I would change so much about that world of everything. Have all the cool people around me, you know, make sure all my loved ones are good, like everything.
He's basically describing you as like 90s Brendan Fraser at that point.
I love it still. Yeah, I would fight everything to do it. The first thing is checking that bank account. Like, oh my God. Have you heard of the term of lucid dreaming? Yes.
We definitely talked about that a couple years ago with Mario.
Yeah, I will get into my next one. There's old urban legends video on YouTube that talks about several urban legends, like the one about a face in the cement floor, where apparently more and more faces appeared over time. Multiverse self, I'm too uneducated. I like to know they were twins, but I'm a triplet, and one of us would have to know we're not in our right multiverse. True. Rick says, yes, they censor the UFO stuff hard, right? And they'll let a certain one go all the time, but then so you look at one, you're like, oh, that's crazy. What happened? One being the Vegas incident. I still fully would love to hear the story of the Vegas incident from those people.
When was the Vegas incident? Was that recent?
Dude, recent. Yes. First, it was New Year's at the Miami Mall, and then it went into the Vegas incident, and they shut down both very, very hard.
Was the mall one like the really skinny shadow looking thing crawling against the wall? I like that one. That one it's weird.
Coming out of fucking portals in the mall and everybody freaking out. And that story turned into teenagers fighting, lighting off fireworks in the mall. Fuck
yeah,
you,
that was
what?
like what? That was like the cover up, right?
It was New Year's, yes. Yeah. And now I'm saying all this, and here goes this video.
I don't want a black van.
Sorry, Charlie. Yeah. Sorry, Charlie. Storm, I'd be very skeptical about meeting someone who looks exactly like me. I think we both would just be like, oh, we look alike.
I've seen a couple people that look like Toy Rensu. I'll be honest.
Renzi says, I'm just going to take a selfie and then bounce. Yeah. In his face.
I'm sorry.
I forgot about that, Marcus. Yeah, thanks, Marcus.
He gets my name wrong. He forgets the R.
I hope you find out that kid said that cause his brother dared him $10 to say that stuff to you. No, it was wild, Kelly. It was wild. Vegas incident happened 2 in a row. 2 in a row what? I only know of one incident. What do you, or do you mean the videos that happened all around it, Jesser? I'm waiting for 31 Atlas to come through. It will be cool to meet our people from another universe, from
Wait,
our
what's
home world. We came with the ship that killed the dinos. Sorry, Jesser. Cool theory.
Oh, what's about this one?
31 Atlas?
Yeah, I don't know.
31 Atlas is a UFO that is going to be coming towards us, has been coming towards us, and the government is saying that it's a meteorite. They keep changing it, but yet this thing keeps speeding up, slowing down, changing course. People have the high-powered telescopes, and you could see lights, windows on it. It's a vessel, just like the first one that happened like 2 years ago as well, too, and they wrote that one off. This one is coming towards us, and people are saying it's also sending out signals. This is 31 Atlas that we're talking about. Shelf Presence has taken it a step further and is saying people from another universe from our home world, because there's a lot of believers out there who believe the Big Bang was us for dinosaurs. The Big Bang was us on a ship from another planet, and we've just been here after that. So now 31 Atlas is coming to come pick us back up.
I'm trying to do like the math.
Okay, so the
right
Big
now
Bang
as you're
Theory,
explaining
a
it.
comet hit and destroyed the dinosaurs. Okay? That comet was not a comet. It was a ship with humans on it. We're the aliens. We've then been here ever since, and now 31 Atlas is coming to pick us back up.
Okay.
That's a huge theory. When you start looking up 31 Atlas tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's crazy. Really is.
This is the one instance where I wish Yoko or Tommy were with us, just so they can say, actually.
No, they're saying it's a comet, bro.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I believe in the comment among other things that
I know
that took out the dinosaurs, but I don't know.
No,
But
this is what Rick
speaking of-
Jones is saying. Is the government is telling us it's a comet, a meteor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
31 Atlas is not a comet. Yeah, bro. Anything that can travel from another galaxy can and will concur our world, and we would not be able to defend ourselves. Oh,
Why did you
conquer.
say conquer like that?
Sorry, I
Concur.
don't know. I saw concur. Sorry. Anything that can travel from another galaxy can and will conquer our world, and we will not be able to defend ourselves. Yes.
But I also like to believe that aliens just do not care about us at all. Like, we are basically destroying ourselves at this point.
Oh yeah.
I would prefer
Interstellar
aliens
Logic,
just to look at us and like lock their doors and say, "Man, this Earth, it's the
not
ghetto."
the
I
big
tell
thing.
you.
So yeah, if you guys want to, we can look up 31 Atlas more. We can put it a part of next week's show with all of the urban legends and myths, because this is a big one for right now. So look up the Vegas incident that happened. That one's crazy. That stuff still gets taken down every day on TikTok. Rick Jones, do you know about the Vegas incident? Let's see. Nonetheless, Big Bang, the meteorite that caused the ice age and killed the dinos, was a ship like 31 Atlas, and that's what brought humans to Earth. So yeah.
Well, this makes me think. Like, how do you feel? Have you seen Prometheus?
Yes.
How do you feel about that movie?
Oh, bro, I've said from the beginning, movies are just always here to tell us already things that happened, our stories. That's what theater always was. Theater was to you were putting on a play of the past. You were telling what's happened already. I think movies still do the same thing, and that truth becomes more and more prevalent all the time.
I think they're
probably just robots. Hope they don't kill all humans. So
I think they're
Shell Presence wants new humans, and Rick Jones is like, it's probably just gonna be robots. We'll have to see. As long as it ain't lizard people, I think we'll all be okay. Lizard people are mean. All right, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I believe that there are scientists that say that the Big Bang was the end of the previous universe, but the start of ours.
And then ours ended again in 2012.
What was the? I remember you sent a video about it, and it was like, what was it called? Like the Hydron Collider?
It's very real.
No, but what was
Yes.
it? What was the machine called in that video that you sent?
The Hydron Collider, CERN.
Okay,
This is very
I
real
probably
and
shouldn't
true.
even mention it because I
No,
don't want
we shouldn't.
nothing.
No, this is where
Oh,
my
I'm in
videos
trouble.
start getting messed up. This is where my computer starts breaking down. All of that. This is what happened to me and Rich. This has still happened here. I was an idiot and set my computer back, so now they're constantly always watching. Hi.
I'm also rewatching the stream, seeing if like we're glitching in real time.
Okay, good. Good.
I need someone to confirm as well.
Yeah.
That's JoJo's storyline, Marcus. What was JoJo? Like the anime?
I think so.
I don't know anime. Cheney?
So 31 Atlas has been transmitting a signal since entering the solar system, similar to a signal that we have received multiple times. Is it a hello or a warning? Right. I just remembered when I was a kid, a friend had like this old vintage painting of a floral lady, and I thought the eyes were following me. I told my friend. He didn't believe me nor his mom. Then the next time I went over, the painting was not there because apparently his mom did see the eyes follow her. She screamed and covered the painting and threw it out in the trash. Holy
That's
crap.
creepy. But it wasn't like, you know, like someone in the walls or anything, right?
No, the painting itself was watching. 31 Atlas already flew by and is long gone. I think it's another solar system by now. No, 31 Atlas is still coming at us. The one that already flew by has been flown by us and was doing the same thing, Obi-Wan. That one I like to call the turd comment because the way that it was shaped, but then there was metal to it too, and it kept doing different direction as well. But nobody questioned that. 31 Atlas is just passing Mars, and Atlas has 5 objects. Okay. So yeah, we can get into all that for the next one. Before we end here and leave, I was going to share one of the craziest dreams. I hope Kelly's still here. I've talked about all my dreams in the past. You can go check out all of those other episodes, everything that I did. And again, this is me just sharing with you. You could believe it or not. How I said, you know, waking up in different ERNIEs, living a day and then realizing I'm in the wrong place, waking yourself up out of it. I'm still looking for the rich ERNIE. Very weird dreams. Deja vu is really bad, but it would be future things. I could see it happen. So yeah. So as of recently, this was in the last year, and I had thought I had shared it, but she said I was too scared to share it. Another dream that happened to me, Obi-Wan, I hope you're still here, because you were the one who mentioned this in the crazy dreams, and this is what reminded me of it. So I had another different ERNIE dream. This one was very similar to real ERNIE, but there were some differences that I wasn't picking up that I did not catch myself. When I did finally figure out that this is wrong and I should get out, it was very difficult to get out of that dream, even though I kept doing everything that I knew. And then all of a sudden, Marcus, a car accident happened. Very, very bad car accident. And I was slammed through the window, cracked and everything. And I couldn't breathe and was woken up into me in the bed. And as I did, I finally caught my breath, realized where I was, felt my face and it was wet, continued to be wet. And so I ran to the bathroom. And as I went to the bathroom, I turned on the lights and my face was full of blood. Yeah. I kind of freaked out.
This is still part of the dream, right?
No. The accident happened. I crashed through the window. As the crash happens and I crash through the window, I then am sitting myself up into the bed. And I realize that I'm out of said dream, caught my breath, felt my face wet, went to the bathroom, turned on the light, and all of this had blood on it, all of my face. I freaked out because I didn't know what happened. There was blood coming from my ear, all on my cheek, down right here on the side of my head. And so I kind of freaked because I thought there was blood coming out of my ears and there was something wrong, right? But yet I still just had this dream of a major accident. I woke up Corinne hysterically. She sees me and is like, what did you do? What did you do? She then gets a towel and starts wiping me down. And as we start cleaning myself up, the blood goes away. I clean it off, and it was gone. It wasn't from my ear anymore like I had felt or thought. She had, a towel with blood on it and was there. Nothing from my nose. I didn't have a bloody nose. There was nothing in my ear canal, nothing like that. I woke up with blood, actually, and then it was gone when wiped.
Oh, that's weird.
No type of scarring, no type of anything. Like I said, that was the last thing that I knew, that I was, in a weird place, couldn't get out of it. This accident happens. Sit myself up from said accident, and I wake up with a face full of blood. Weirdest thing that has ever happened to me, ever. And then that it took something traumatic like that. Now, as I shared this story with a couple of people, of course, you want to laugh about it and everything, right? Because I was like, I know how to do it now. I can get out of a place. Something traumatic has to happen. I'm grabbing a lotto paper with the lotto numbers. Like, I'm going to make sure that I come out. If I could come out with blood, then I can come out with lotto numbers. Like, this is finally going to happen, and it's going to work. So, yeah, one of the very craziest lucid dreams, so real that I've ever felt was that, and there was no explanation for it at all.
So in the original dream, when you were in the car and when it crashed, was it your car?
No, it was a van.
It was a van.
I
Okay.
don't know why. I don't know whose it was.
Because if it was like your work van or anything that you were familiar with during your
No.
day-to-day, I was wondering if it left like you would check it
No.
out
No.
the next morning. Okay.
Yeah, no. I've been in a very crazy crash where they ran the stop sign a couple years ago. A van down by the river.
Saw that.
It was like a U-Haul van. I was with somebody else, and then I've never had said van or anything. Like I said, I was really trying to wake myself up, knowing I was like in the wrong place and nothing that I usually do was working, type thing. Then this accident happens to where we get hit on the side so hard, like I said, and that's the best way for me to explain it was, getting in the crash and flying and hitting was the same as me sitting up. And then I realized I was awake and caught my breath and everything like that. When I felt, the wet on my face, I run to the bathroom. I turn it on and all I see is blood all here on the head, coming out of my ear. And I freaked. So then, I wake up Corinne. She starts wiping me. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I told her what had happened. And then, the blood wasn't there. And again, I had nothing in my nostrils to say that it was a bloody nose. I do have bloody noses. I checked my ear canal. There was nothing there at all. I made her check. I told her exactly what happened. And of course, to Corinne, there is no questioning it now. And she was just like, why? What? Okay, so, it was kind of like, okay, now this, right? Like, and that's the only time that's ever happened to me where something has happened to me like that. And I came out with blood, but then it was gone, right? Like,
by any chance, do you still have the
very
towel
strange
with the blood on it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I was gonna say, like,
Washed
if
it.
yeah. Okay.
What do you mean? Like, save it and get it checked?
Yeah, I mean, I
Hell
that sounds.
no.
I know it sounds absurd, but I thought like
No, it
what
doesn't,
hit?
because I don't want that answer.
Oh, okay.
If I know what my blood type is, and imagine they come back and saying, "Oh no, you're regular AB," blah blah blah. Like,
And then it'll be like, whose blood is it? Then?
Okay, that's not right either. You know? Yeah. So yeah. No, Obi-Wan. This was all the questions that I had for myself. I had never ever. This was very very new to me. I had never experienced this before. I'll get into Kelly's comment as well too. Nothing at all. I waited like to wake up in the morning and the same thing. Nothing. Yeah, that towel was still there. You know, she washed it. I didn't want to get into anything like that. I kept checking myself for the next couple of days, even to the point of like, you know, moving your jaw while you're eating. I
Like,
kept
see if it
losing.
happens again.
Like
to see
the
if it
hurting.
happens again. Oh no, I mean like the bleeding.
Oh yeah, everything. You know, I woke up again a couple more times that night and just kept feeling my face like, what was that? Okay, and the craziest thing was then she said this after, you know, was like, because like I said, I woke her up hysterically. So now she's thinking that I have it all over the bed, my pillowcase and everything. There was not.
Oh, so it's just on your face then?
Correct.
Nowhere else.
Correct. Like I said, from exactly what had happened from that accident, me hitting, I sat up myself. Nothing. There was no blood on the bed.
That's weird.
As there should have been. You know? And there wasn't. So no, I kept checking myself. I know there wasn't. Yeah, that's one of the craziest ones that ever happened. I only shared it with a couple of people. I think it's been long enough. I haven't had something else like that happen. I have no explanation for it, but next time I'm bringing a newspaper out with me. Like next time before I check somewhere and I know that I'm in the wrong one, I'm going to fold up that piece of paper, just put it in my pocket, do something. Like I got to get rich, Ernie, somehow. Somehow that fool has to come out of some universe, and it's going to happen. No, so that was the weirdest one, Obi-Wan, that had happened. I kept checking, woke up a couple next days after that. Very weird. But that was the weirdest one ever because it felt so fluid from the accident happening, me not feeling hurt though, more freaked out to waking up, finally getting out of it. But enough so, like I said, that I woke up with blood on my face. She wiped it away and there was nothing there now. Very, very strange. One of the weirdest ones I had. And that was about a year now. You know, within the last year did that happen. Don't talk about it. Don't go over it. I did share it with those close ones at work. You know, they were just baffled by it too. We started trying to look things up because I don't like to look things up, so they will. You know, and no, nothing at all. So very, very weird. Let's see. Sonic says, I once had a dream where like I fell over a cliff. And that feeling of, oh my God, the singing feeling in your stomach, I hadn't screamed. And then a thud, I woke up because I fell out of bed. I hate falling ones. I've never fallen out of the bed, but I shake really bad. Corinne shakes really bad of like falling ones. And then she'll look at me and I'm looking at her and she's like, what? And I'm like, did you just fall? No. And I'm like, yes, you did. Like I could see her body, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, never mind. Yeah, but she'll straight wake me up out of it the whole time. It scared the fuck out of me. Yeah, it does. Falling ones, I hate it. Your wifey didn't scratch you or you scratch yourself. I bite my nails. She's not allowed to have nails. There was no marks after anything. I was fine. There was no marks or anything. Trust me, she looked everywhere. I was so freaked. I had no explanation for it. Dreams are tied into the machine that runs the simulation in our awake world, your most vulnerable state. Dreams are tied into the machine that runs the simulation, and in our awake world, your most vulnerable state. Yeah. Remember that night you slept in a room with a monster in LA? Yeah. So you're like, that was the only time when I was okay because Shady snores so loud that I couldn't sleep or hear anything or have time to see anything. So that worked out. I've never been so tired in my life. But yes, I do remember that. And then Kelly's, who was asking about dreams and everything. I predicted 3 earthquakes from the dreams the night before. I predicted stuff malfunctioning during the work observation and was prepared when it happened. That's my deja vu that I'm talking about. Does it turn black and white for you? Because I was surprised as fuck to find out that happens to other people. It was like joyful for me because I thought that was a weird thing. Because then, telling my grandma that was a weird thing for her because she never heard of that before. So when I shared that here and people actually started messaging me, and people who we don't know, was the coolest thing, Marcus, of saying, hey, listen to your show. And I was like, same thing happens to me. And they described it the same way, how it fades in and out, what happens. Like I was full into it. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, this kind of is a little bit interesting because I hear like a lot of people have different ways of viewing like dreams.
Yeah.
Like for me, I just see everything in color. But for some people, just like you described, they see it in black and white, or they see it in like first person perspective, or they see it in like an out of body experience.
Kelly said, the guy said I did a great job acting on my feet. I told him I dreamt it the night before. Good for you. Yeah, I didn't know that, Kel. Dreams and predicting stuff like that is crazy. My deja vu is different. This was a dream. So for me, deja vu is awake.
I got deja vu a lot.
What did the little boy say about the portals again? Not to. So he asked, you talk to spirits, right? Because me and my cousin, we talked to a spirit and we was over there and we asked him to move the fly trap and he did. And then the spirit told us that we should get a Ouija board. And I told my mom, and my mom said no, because Ouija boards is able to open portals for bad things. That's what he said.
Doesn't Hasbro sell those? Like those boards?
Yes. Yeah. No.
Unbelievable.
No, not to mess with it. Yeah. You ever heard of a Fantasia? Maybe. People were sending me answers to the stuff that happens to me. That one sounds familiar. I'd have to look it up again, Kel. Send me on something. So yeah, deja vu I know is when you were awake, but I dreamt what was going to happen, like you're saying before, but I dreamt it a long time ago. So when it happens, everything turns black and white and then goes back into color because it's showing me the dream that I had a long time ago. I can kind of remember a dream and then it will happen years later. Like you're saying, you knew about it. Yours is like next day though. That's wild. That's crazy. And that's how mine happens. Lots of stuff predicted or had seen, and nothing major, just weird scenarios. Yours of earthquakes and everything, that's crazy. Yeah, portals is such an adult world. Remember I told you talk like an adult. Is it possible that you thought you woke up, but in hindsight, the crash, the waking up in bed, the bloody face were all a dream, like a dream within a dream? No, I had already, yeah, I don't know how to describe that. Obi-Wan, like I said, I hate the dream. I just call it a dream of where it's like a different Ernie and I know that it's wrong. And then I wake myself out of that. I'm like shooken when I woke up, not like nightmare shooken, but just because I did it myself. This I was trying to get out, and maybe the crash was me trying to get out so bad, but the crash is what got me out of it. But the slamming into the window was the same as me sitting up in bed, so there was no blood on the bed. I had the blood on the face coming out of the ear, and then went and saw myself in the mirror, and then that's what set me kind of crazy. Because the blood was there. So that was the weird part. And I knew the accident had happened. Everything was so fresh at that point from it being an accident. That's very true. A lot of time and a lot of money has been spent trying to manipulate portals. Yeah. Portals is such an adult word. Wait, what happened? Why did that come up again? Oh, okay.
Do you say hi to Custis my Machu? He also popped up.
Yes. What's up, Machu? Brian, yes, you're late. We shared some stories today, and I just told my craziest dream ever.
And you got attacked by Fei Long.
At the very beginning, I did get attacked, yes. Kelly says, is when you can't visualize images in your head, like you can picture your childhood home in your mind. I guess some people can't picture images in their head. Oh, yeah, no, I can't. I just can't remember stuff a lot. When I was like 13 or 15, I was able to astral project, I think, because I remember walking down my block like around 5 a.m. on a cloudy morning, and I saw a garbage truck pass me, and then I woke up with the same truck past my house. Ooh, yeah. From what would have been your
cool, like,
your dream. Yeah.
Astral projection is kind of cool. I mean, I just think about, like, you know, Doctor Strange, Dr. Fate, you know, characters like those.
Yeah. So when I would have those crazy ones, Kelly, like you knowing, you know, you're predicting earthquakes and shit and like that, and then that incident that happened, mine I know are crazy and will happen. You know, I tried to remember as much as I could about something I knew that was future wise. Started telling the ex, and then she would remember too. I've told Corinne knows about it now too. And you know, I just sound crazy for saying it, right? Or like Kelly, I'm sure you understand. You're crazy for saying the whole scenario and then it happens. Like how could you do that? I don't know the answer to that, but fuck, we dreamt this either a long time ago or the night before, or you knew what was going to happen. It's just very, very weird. Mine has been years of stuff happening before. So much that one time, and this one still, like, I remember this fresh, knowing what I say and what happens sometimes is the ex had one, Marcus, of the end of the world happening.
Wait, when was this one?
She couldn't tell me that, but she described the chaos of it. And
I know, but like, when did she have it though?
Oh, years ago. Years.
Like,
years,
was
years,
it before 2012 by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For a fact, I know it was. Couldn't tell me details like I did, but was so scared and very vivid and felt so real that she had to tell me. But there are details of where all the family is at moments. And so when she explained, it's very weird because we're not in the same place, or this person was like this or like that. I kind of knew she was talking about the future. You know what I mean? And like that. So whenever I'm in said area of where she said I was, still to this day, I kind of freak out. Like, I will look up in the sky and be like, okay, cool, not today. All right, awesome. Because she was so disturbed by it. Yeah, very weird, you know? And like I said, knowing like that. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Brian, with the generous super chat, $10. Sorry, got in late. No problem, dude. Catch up on the replay. Go rewind it now. We have some great stories that people sent in that we went over. Next week's we're gonna go over urban legends and all of the things like that. We also are gonna get into conspiracies, like right now the spacecraft that's coming towards us that are trying to say is a meteor. We talked about that a little. Obi-Wan Chingonas had brought up about dreams. I've talked about dreams and stuff visibly. Kelly is sharing about her dreams. She has predicted earthquakes. My deja vu is about dreams. I dream differently. And my crazy one that I had was I woke up out of a dream bleeding from a car accident that I just had in said situation, rubbed the blood off my face, and I was okay. But I had just gotten in a car accident in the other universe. Very weird. So go back and check that out and listen. Before we get out of here, we will catch up with Kelly real quick. Oh, my dreams are fucking wild. Cheney trips out when I tell him. Mine are exhausting. Yeah, it happens like that. When I was 15, I saw my grandparents' spirit in my front yard. the exact time he died. My parents didn't even know yet. I said I could see the figure of someone, found out that he died then. So after that, I knew I was a weirdo. Welcome to the band of weirdos. And that's how Kelly found out about hers. I had an end of the world dream. It's crazy, crazy. A volcano eruption and zombies attacking. Sharing the same details of hers. That's weird. That's really weird. Wow. Yeah. I'm a little tripped out by that right now. Because I've never told anybody what she had told me of what said happens and everything. And then you say that. Huh. Well, remember to stay away from volcanoes, folks, until they pop up here. So, yeah. That is wild. I've never told anybody about her dream before of end of the world, describing the same thing. Holy shit.
Didn't we talk about, like, didn't you guys talk about, like, who your zombie apocalypse crew would be?
Oh, yeah, we have before.
Yeah. I feel like Yoko said, like, she would.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she would be by herself because she wouldn't want anyone dragging her behind.
Yeah.
I would probably be.
I remember I got mad because I'm like, how the fuck am I going to drag you behind? Like, I'm the one with the most knowledge of shit. I would know exactly where to go and everything. Come on, dude. Just because I'm fat doesn't mean he's prepared.
She would be prepared as long as she watches Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
I think she did.
She'd have to watch the right movies in order to get more prepared. Yeah.
Although, like, if it's the
Sonic.
Return of the Living Dead, that one scares me because nothing gets rid of him.
I'm with Corinne. Corinne hates like what is it? Z? The Z movie?
World War Z?
Yeah, because that's fast zombies.
Oh, I don't like that one either.
Fast
zombies,
like
28 days
fast
later
zombies.
well.
Yeah, we're all cooked.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I want Walking Dead zombies. Yeah, a zombie. Yeah, World War Z, forget it. I'm not even going to try. I'll be like, all right, Yoko, you were right. I am not going to try and move that fast or do anything while they're running at me. Right? Like what? No.
I don't want to speak any of this into existence. I just realized we cross a lot of boundaries. You know.
Oh, we do?
Talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
So, just like every week so far, if you don't see me next week. Yeah. Oops.
So you glitched out twice for me during this episode.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
I will mention that now at the end.
Oh, yes. No.
You glitched out twice on me during this episode.
I'm sorry. In my defense, it might be my internet.
Oh, absolutely. It could be. I do want to make it known, though, on my end, you glitched out twice and I just nodded my head. But for me, it stopped talking, glitched, and then you finished your sentence. And so I just went, uh-huh. But you glitched out twice on me. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was with some of the weird talk. So there you go. So yeah.
I feel like a fool.
Obi-Wan Chingones, I need Brian, I said the same thing to him at the beginning. I need milk. Yeah. This is exactly it, bro. This is that's gonna be our set thing. We need to do a shirt with I need milk. Yeah. Watch the Fallen Fett Chronicles. ... I need milk. Yeah, that'd be great. So Chingones, I hope that gave you a little bit more insight on the dream ones. Kelly, thank you for sharing tonight. That is crazy. You better let me know the next time you have a dream. Just send a text. Dreamt of an earthquake, just so I know. And yeah, thank you to the stories that were shared today. I loved it. Sonic's gonna have more for next week. If you want to share some, go ahead, send me the story. We will try and get into urban legends. Some of the, what are they called again?
Cryptids.
And
conspiracy theories.
And conspiracy theories will be all for next week. So share your one that you want to go over. We'll do that. I've already talked about Cheney got a hold of me. He does want to do one on conspiracy theories. So that will be a whole different. He has a different schedule right now. So even if we have to come on at a different time and do a show, we will do a show with Cheney on conspiracy theories. and we'll go on that one. But if there is something that we missed tonight or you wanted to talk about, you want to get into more stuff, just send it over in a DM. Remind me before the show again so we can bring it up and we'll talk. Thank you to everybody that showed up tonight, shared, made a post, hit that thumbs up, left a comment. It all helps. What's up to the replay crew? And yeah, that was my craziest one that I had when Chingones had reminded me. I had to bring it up to Corinne again. Kind of felt like she didn't want to talk about it, but we did. I love the stories that were tonight. That was wild. Kelly, thank you for sharing. That is crazy. And everybody else sharing in the chat too, and just being here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for being here, being part of the replay crew. Whatever you have to do, hit that thumbs up on your way out and drop a comment in there because that does help. We got more stuff coming up. It is Spooky Fett, the month of October. Another great show, Marcus. Thank you for being here. A little bit more light this time, so you should be okay, except for the glitches.
This is light?
And don't you think? I thought this one was light. No? And then let's hope that Machu doesn't message us.
I am worried.
Damn it, Ernie, the black vehicles are outside the house again. What did you talk about?
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Dude.
And then, yes, Marcus has a giveaway that he wants to do.
The glare is so
Marcus
bad.
wants us to get to a certain number before October 30th. And if we do hit that number of subscribers, he wants to give away the Jada Toy Scooby-Doo figure of Shaggy. Amazing figure, an amazing set. And we'll send that out to you. We will do it again once we hit that number. Marcus, thank you so much. And so go, if you have another account, subscribe, tell your friends, share it out there, and let's get those numbers up. And something Marcus wants to do. But in the meantime, we do have more content coming for you. Riley has jumped on board to edit videos and everything. And you guys have sent ideas of what you want to see as well. So, anything else? Did we miss anything?
No.
No?
I hope I come back next week.
You will.
In good condition.
You will. You will. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you to everybody for being here tonight again. Go check out the Starlight Digest. I'm so sorry I'm late, guys. I was going off the wrong clock, so I apologize. I forgot I started late because of technical difficulties, but I am headed over there. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you tomorrow on another episode of They're Not Dolls. All right, guys. Peace.